Hello and welcome to Rauta's Reviews. Today we have an album that is a long-awaited one. It's also related to drama with the bands because the band called Batushka is a lot in dispute. Which one is the real one, how things went and blah blah blah. Before we start to talk this actual album called Hospodi, I think this a little background needs to be told to you because some people know it, some have no idea what's going on. So, little insight. So, Batushka was formed around 2015 by basically two guys, and their first album, Liturgy, got released soon after that, and there were lots of people praising about how this album created wonderful feelings, atmosphere with monk choirs and all that stuff, kind of atmospheric black metal with its kind of a Catholic type of images and almost like religious feeling with the album, with the choirs and whatnot. So there was quite a bit of hype for a band that was previously totally unknown. Now, later on, that band got kind of a more hype with its live performances, and also when people ordered their CDs, there were claims that some people got delivered only parcels full of trash instead of CDs, vinyls, whatever. And there were also claims that some of those monk choir samples were just, used without permission from other albums and all kind of crazy stuff. Now, come 2018, suddenly the band splits in two, and there are viral videos which are all about like which one is the real Batushka, the one with the main songwriter slash guitar slash bass slash vocals, or the vocalist band. Now, all this becomes obviously quite messy. We have already bands like Venom and Venom Inc. We have bands like Entombed and Entombed AD. We have bands like Gorgoroth that have gone to court, suit their name problems, and Queensryche, and so forth. So now Batushka joins the crew with its own drama. So, for example, if you go to Metal Archives, you will not find one Batushka site, but actually three. One of them being the Originators, 2015, which is under the title or status as Disputed. Obviously, it's a different page. And then we have the two different Batushkas, which, curiously enough, released albums in 2019. Which brings us to Hospodi, which is right here, released through Metal Blade. And now the thing here is, nobody actually knows which one is the real, original, true Batushka. And to be honest, at this point, I don't really care. What I care is about good music, and that I can tell you, my dear friends and audience, this one contains good music. So, whatever or wherever this drama will go, however it will change, however this narrative will become, that's a whole different topic. Maybe we will talk about that later, or maybe we don't, but now we shall focus on Hospodi, the so-called second album by Batushka. And this is by the original vocalist and obviously other people involved. This is the one that got released by Metal Blade. Beautiful and thick book-like digipack. So what we have here is quite a few pages, not just your average, page with like a booklet with just like a few pages, but more than 20 pages. Because obviously my browsing skills before camera are not great, I'm just gonna show you a little bit what is inside. We have some really, really cool photos. We have texts in Cyrillic alphabet. So this is to get you into the world of Batushka as it is in 2019. So there you have it, really, really beautiful digipack release. And then we have this golden CD. There's nothing underneath, by the way, just really golden CD. This is not your typical silver disc. So there you have it. And obviously track list on the back cover. So this is 51 minutes of very atmospheric metal. It starts quite nicely. There's a sort of spoken introduction, which is not that important in my opinion. Obviously, I don't know the language, so that might be the reason. But soon after that, it just starts to fly beautifully. It's very, very atmospheric. It's melodic. It's a little bit melancholic here and there. but overall it's just kind of a painting this beautiful scenery in the terms of being kind of extreme metal. Obviously there are raspy vocals as there usually are in the black metal, so in that sense not much has changed. But in my opinion, the quality of music has gone up quite a bit. I mean, I wasn't really a fan of the original Batushka, and as such, I wasn't exactly expecting too much from this album. The reason why I wanted to review this was that, I don't know, maybe it was my like sixth sense, or maybe that I wanted to talk to you about this Batushka drama along with the review, so I wanted to listen to this album eagerly. So originally I got digital promo and I was like, okay, I want to review this because it's a great album, and the more I listened to it, the better the whole album got. So what we have here is, in my opinion, one of the better albums of the whole summer 2019, because this is just beautifully done. Everything from the production to vocals to actual songwriting is really top notch. I'm not saying this is for everybody, of course, because I mean people who are more into violent and aggressive stuff with their extreme metal, be it black metal or death metal, doesn't really matter. This might be just too soothing experience. This is more about being those beautiful melodic parts and being the atmosphere stuff. But people who have been in the previous Batushka, people who are into Angwa, that is MGLA, from Poland also, people who are into bands like Hermother, I think this is for them. This is all about creating these wonderful atmospheric parts and the kind of a feeding your imagination with the songwriting. And because of this production is great and overall songwriting is so much better than with the first album, I think this really is a top-notch album that should not be missed. So even though you might have some kind of prejudice, and even though you might just have principles, because I'm not gonna check out this other Batushka because I think you should give this a chance. I don't know about the other album, I still haven't listened to it yet, and by no means I'm taking sides here. Obviously I don't know the people behind Batushka personally, so it would be kind of foolish for me to pick sides, and besides, I am listening to music, not their opinions. So whether or not you have a great opinion about how this and that Batushka is the real one, or how somebody got backstabbed or betrayed or whatever, that might have a point. But when it comes to music, and I think that counts when we're talking about albums, I think this album is just great release, and I think you should just give it a chance because it's nicely done, it's nicely executed. I'm a big fan of all kinds of book type of releases. I can only imagine how nicely this would be in a vinyl format, but that is up for me to guess. So far I'm enjoying this one and putting this one in my personal collection. This is a great release, don't miss it, give it a chance, and of course I hope you like it as much as I did. So thank you for watching, and as always, should you have any comments, questions or whatever, put them on the comment box below and I'll get back to you. See ya and bye bye.